Well, it's the weather, you know. Let's just have a look, see who's here. Hi, Jennifer and Rita, Rafi, Rebecca, hi, and me, and Sylvia. Cup of toast and jam tea, all dressed and ready to drink. I like it. That always does that. Probably just telling me that I'm on. I know. Clever that way. So, working on the blanket. Going to finish this today. And then I'll have to find a new one. Well, I have found one, so I've got one there. Find where I'm up to. Be a thing. Well, I went outside for a little while. And it is scorcher. They're right. It is hot. It was hot first thing this morning. Thought, oh, this doesn't bode well. Just bear with me a sec. Got to put my little box. I've got a bin in the way. There we go. Right, so it's just my yarn ball won't run away while I'm working. I've got my fan blasting. Got cold water from the fridge. And if I get fed up with that, I've got this from the fridge. So I've got plenty to drink. I've already poured one out, so I'm not going to knock it over. Oh, that's nice. It's really cold. And that's it. House is freezing cold. Thank you for goodness for that. I said to Gary, would you like me to keep all of the air cons on? And he said, oh no, I just will get it cool before bed. I thought, no. We're putting it on. Screw that. I thought it's going to get cold now. So yeah, it's lovely and cold in. Not so cold, obviously, outside. But the weirdest thing, you know, like when it's hot, you usually kind of saps your energy and you think you don't want to do anything. I got up this morning, I hoovered, I made a banana cake with the oven on. I did loads, and I thought, what is this about, you know? Usually when it's cold, or that's when you've got the energy, and then when the sun's out, it's like, oh no, I'm just going to sit down. Well, I was tearing around like a lunatic. So I got the hose pipe set out, and I went out the front and I hosed down the house, and I hosed the cars, and I got rid of every bird poo off of my car, which there was so many, and I had to blast it with water for a long time before it flew away, because it had been on there for so long. We've got overhead cables and pigeons poop on the cars. So I washed the cars, and where the lorries and, well, anything that goes by now kicks up dust, so the house just gets bombarded with like dust cloud after dust cloud, and it's white. So I thought, okay, I got the hose pipe and I blasted it, and it was just so therapeutic watching all that dust just wash away. So I did the front of the house and the front door and the windows, and got rid of all the cobwebs. It was just lovely. And then I went down the side, which doesn't get quite as dirty, but it gets dirty enough. So I blasted down there, and then I watered the plants that were in the shade, and I hosed down Gary's car and mine. And then I hosed the road so that it wasn't quite as dusty when things go by, because we don't have any lorries today. I've got an itchy nose. It's because I've got sun cream on, believe it or not, because I was outside. So the busy mama, I like that. You love the pigtails. I used to do this quite often, and this alter ego with the pigtails called Ellie Mae. I don't know if you know that, because Ellie Mae hasn't put in an appearance for a while, but she's here today. She's here today. Sarah, you're drinking cold coffee. Ew. Actually, no, I say ew. You know, you get those frappes. That's quite nice, some of them. Gary used to make a really good one with his Ninja. He used to have one of those, not a Ninja Bullet, it's the other one. It is a Ninja Bullet. He's got a NutriBullet now because that died. Well, it leaked all over the place, so got him a new one. Never used it since. But he used to make a really nice coffee drink with that. That was no milk in it. He used to do it with oat milk and stuff. So maybe I'll get up to doing that again before we get on the low carbing. Hi, Aussie Sandy. Hope all is going well. Well, I don't know really. I've still got the nose. Well, obviously it's not fell off. Hey, Maribel, welcome. Don't forget the thumbs, guys. Nearly forgot. But I did my thingy this morning for it will be tomorrow's update on the using the cream. So I did that this morning, but it's a bit of a weird situation with it. I think I'm not 100% sure. I didn't get misdiagnosed. Don't know, but possibly not. I mean, hopefully he knew what he was talking about. I would have thought, though, if I was misdiagnosed, I'd have had a very severe reaction to the cream, so probably not. But I'm working away on this, and as I've not got far to go, we can have lots of chats, and don't have to get stuck in and go crazy, because, you know, I'm on the last row, and it'll be done. I can't believe it's going to be done. It's been hanging around. I mean, I don't know how old that tutorial is. Part 1 of that crochet along. It's years old, isn't it? And so this is older than that tutorial, because I was making this one for myself and did the tutorial for Tyler's one, and he'll be 5. Yeah, I don't think it's that old, but you know, it's knocking on a bit. I'm so glad you're all here, you know. No, not cold coffee. Coffee. Oh, okay, that's all right. Well, oh, CBD coffee. Oh, okay. Well, do you just put it in, or do you buy it? Because I was thinking, when I had all that stiff neck problem, I was thinking of trying CBD oil for that. It looks really fluffy, doesn't it? Try and calm it down a bit. It is hot. It's humid. That's why my hair's gone all kind of fluffy, because it does not like humid weather, and it's a hot, humid day, so it's gonna be fluffy whatever I do. There's no getting out of it. So I've been looking after Gary, who's outside working. He's doing his concreting and stuff, so I keep taking him food, really. Take him drinks. He took his own drinks out there, so he's kind of pretty cool with the amount of drinks he's had. Well, I did make him a coffee earlier and an egg sandwich, and then I gave him a piece of cake. He said, "You keep feeding me, I won't want to work." I mean, it's small, so he ate it anyway and got back on with it. But every time I grab him, I slather him in Factor 50 and send him back out again. I don't know. I don't think he ever did that before me. He used to just go out and burn, and I've kind of taught him the error of his ways, like in the border, have to say. Pretty cool. So what have you all been up to, apart from what you've told me already? You can buy it in... Oh, buy it ready, done, or add 8 drops of oil to a pint of coffee. Right, okay. Maybe I will get it, I went in the supermarket the other day, and there was a magazine all kind of dedicated to CBD, and I thought, oh, I was tempted to get it just to read kind of all the gubbins about it and see what's best and all that, but I just thought, oh, I can't read all that, I can't read all that. I thought I'd just see what they've got in Holland and Barrett or something, and learn about it that way. And when I looked at Holland and Barrett, they had 2, and one was, I think they were twofer, on a twofer deal, and one was half the milligrams of the other. One was £30, one was 60, but of course you get 2, or you get another one for a penny or something. I don't know. So I don't know. I thought, if I go buy all those and it doesn't really work, it's a lot of money. So I wouldn't mind trying it beforehand. But of course they weren't drops. I think they were capsules. But I'll just have to kind of, I suppose, look into it. But I did wake up with a little bit of a stiff neck this morning, but I've not had it quite so bad since I switched pillows. I've got these Dunlop pillows, and I swear by them. They're gorgeous. But it used to be the really soft one was the one that I, you know, had to sleep with. And the other one, I kind of, every now and then when I turned over, I cuddled into. So I was in a different position. I've had to switch them round because it was the soft one that was making my neck stiff, where it was just not in the right position anymore. Hi Jay, welcome. And Rebecca, what's that? You have to make sure it's water soluble. Some are very helpful, some do nothing. Oh, now I'm confused. How will I know? Not if he really loves me, but how will I know if my CBD is any good? Well, I guess I'll just have to start looking into it, but you know, I can't believe I'm nearly finished. Look at this. It's nearly there. So excited, look. Oh, I promise I'll never do that again. I look very special then. Oh, this reminds me of you know when you're you know when you're little and you have your school photographs taken. People started putting them on Facebook and stuff like that, Friends Reunited. And there was one person who put one of me on. It wasn't just me, it was my class, right? I was little at the time. And everybody's normal. Everybody's normal, and then it gets to me and I've got this ridiculous face. I was so excited, my eyes are crazy, and I'm like, everybody's sitting there like, just, that was kind of probably very true to life. But you know, someone put, Tracy, I'd love to know what had excited you so much. I really had no idea, but it was funny. But it was the only one. I mean, there's a few school photos that I've still got of me, and I just hate them because there was one where you've got big teeth now. You know, that's the one. And suddenly your face isn't big enough for them, so you're just all teeth. And then there's one where I've got a gap in the middle of my teeth because I hadn't got them all yet. I had a gap, and there's most of them have just got hair that really needed doing. Because they would do the photo in the afternoon by that time. You know, my hair was kind of, I used to have this, my mum used to do this. It was child abuse, no other word for it. But she used to put my hair up like that and put a big bow on it because it was all curly. And but by the end of the day, that did not look like that, I tell you. My photos are always, oh, well, you know. No. Go to a head shop. It will help you find the right one. We don't have head shops, do we? I don't think we have head shops. But yeah, oh dear. Maybe if I can find that photo, I will treat you to it one day and show you. It's crazy. Just this one picture of me is, I look like I belong with the rest of the kids. Probably doesn't. I don't know if that's Gary coming in. It might be needing the loo or something. And like an idiot, I haven't shut the doors, so I might have to go and shut them if that's what he's coming for, because it's just over there and there are two doors, but I haven't shut either of them. And that wouldn't be fun for everyone, especially. No, let's not go there. So, what's the weather like where you are? Oh, bit warm here is what it is, and you know that it is markedly different from any other day that we've had so far. And we've had some nice days, but this is totally different. This is very hot, very humid. It's that crazy summer day, you know. And I can hear the campsites having their fun days and stuff like that. and I could hear next door talking about going to one of the, because we've got lots of campsites around us and they have entertainment. And for next door, that's a new thing. You know, when me and Gary first kind of got together and we used to go to them all. We haven't been to one for years, but we used to. We used to go out and go to the entertainment. It really was like feeling like you're on holiday every day of your life. But we don't do any of that stuff now. And well, ever since, well, I'd say before all the lockdowns, we kind of stopped going so much. And I think, you know, it's sad really because we used to enjoy ourselves. But it's costly, isn't it, going out a lot? Hi, Film Set View. You caught me live. Woo woo. Head shops sell bongs. Oh, papers, CBD, and smoking accessories. Oh, I see. I don't think we've got any of them. But we do have those sort of shops. Hello to everyone from Claptrap. Ah, see. She's in disguise. Right, how far have I got? I don't think I've got very far to go, but never mind. We'll still chat. I mean, it's not like I'm doing it very quickly. But yeah, look, nearly there. Yeah. So we were going to have sweet and sour. Gary has been saying for the last 3 or 4 days that he's going to be making this sweet and sour pork. Right. So today, it just suddenly comes up with, would be nice to have a barbecue today, wouldn't it? And I thought, is that because I cook them, you know? And I said, yep, it would, but you will have to make sure that the grill is all cleaned, because it's his job to clean it, my job to cook it. So I don't think he did it. So he's going to have to like get out there and get the grill in good shape. But we do have some steaks to put on it, and some chicken, I think, or something else in there that we can barbecue. We've definitely got some burgers and sausages and stuff like that. So barbecue it is then. But obviously that's not going to be until the strength is gone out of that sun. I'm not going out there and cooking it until you know, the threat of being burnt to a crisp is over. And also there's football on this evening because it's the Champions League final. And although none of them are our team, we will watch it. Only thing with the CBD is that it puts me in Woodstock mood. Does it? Because it's not meant to make you high, is it? It's supposed to be the benefits without the you know, thing. Now that was the whole point, wasn't it? It was meant to be the not that side of it. So, but people have been buying them like the gummies that are. So I think it's become, in a lot of places, it has become, you know, mixed with the other part of it. But I don't think places like Holland and Barrett would sell that. Although I have no idea anymore, you know, to be honest. I only remember when it first came kind of on the market, and I've really not heard any, never, not looked into it or anything. It was just the other day thinking about it. Somebody said that, you know, it might work for my neck issues. And I thought about it. And, you know, I figured it couldn't hurt, could it? Wouldn't make it worse. And if it worked, then that would be great. It relaxes you, so you feel like you've had a whiskey. Oh, okay. Hey, Crochet and Granny Tammy, welcome, and don't forget the Tammy. Pardon me. I see. Well, whenever sun comes out, I always feel like I'm in. Bob Marley comes on on my speaker, you know, and I sit out there and I feel like I'm in relaxed ganja mode. In any case, whenever the sun comes out, on comes the reggae and the ska, and yeah, it just becomes like that mood, if you like. So it would fit well. It would. fit well into that, wouldn't it? But never mind, I haven't got any. Maybe I will give it a try. And maybe I'll tell you whether it's any good for my niggly pains. So I've only got one side left to go. It is the long side, but I'll be done. Can't believe it. Absolutely over the moon. Now this part of the border has got white, which I didn't really want that bit. It's a bit white. I suppose I could cut it out, couldn't I? Let's undo the pinky bit. Make that bigger and see if we can get rid of the white. Where's the colour start? Is colour ever going to start again? Hello. What's happening, man? It's suddenly become white. Hold on. It will become green soon. Goodness gracious, how much? Hold on. I'm going to cut this off. It's not like I need to use the whole ball. Right. I'm going to wind it. Otherwise I'm going to get in a terrible muddle. Right. It does look pink now, but it's just too whitey pink. Much too pale. It's not going to register too well. So we'll get rid of that. I feel like I see blue, greeny colour coming. Hang on. Put the hook there before I drop it. Yep, it's getting kind of bluish now, but it's still too pale. I think it might be okay. We'll start from there. It is a shame because that is the beautiful part of the ball, really. But I like it a lot when I'm working with it. But for a border, I feel like it just needs to be a little bit more vibrant or it won't notice. But we'll have a little bit of it. We've got a little bit of the pink, so we'll have a little bit of the green. And then it can brighten up a bit, hopefully. Yeah, so I was outside watering the road, watering the house. It was really, I enjoyed it. And I must admit, it was very therapeutic, watering the outside of the house and cleaning it all. I've been meaning to do it for ages, and I've got one of those things that suck the water up. You know, they're like, looks like a squeegee, but it's got a sucker, and it vacuums up water. So I was thinking, should I clean these windows? But there are some stinging nettles that need to be got rid of, and I'll have to get rid of them. Whoa, I've missed lots of, what's this? I was stuck. Full spectrum CBD, the brand I buy when I buy, brand 7. It's not cheap, but can be helpful for ailments. I certainly need that. Your friends at the Cup in Istanbul, the World Cup. Anyone know yarn shops there? No, I don't, but must be loads, mustn't there? The more you pay, the stronger. And you take it for back pain? If it's that grey, I might even give it a try. Hi, Divergent Crafter. Good morning. You need back surgery to replace S1 and L5 disc, but I'm afraid it'll make your back worse. Hi, Tammy Twyford. Good to see you. Don't forget the thumb. Oh, you know, I wondered if anybody would be around. I mean, obviously, I don't know what your weather's like in the USA, but here it's kind of glorious. Some people will think glorious, and other people will think, oh, it's way too hot, and hide from it, like me. I'm hiding from it because of my brush with skin cancer. So it's making me a little like not wanting to go out in the sun and you know, not chance my luck. I've lasted this long without anything really, and it's actinic keratosis, so they say. We shall see how it all goes, but you know, even so, it's not like I'm riddled with stuff, is it? But I've never been one. I don't know. Sometimes, if I'm in the mood, I would sunbathe, but I'm not one that I'm not a sun worshipper that's out there bearing all as soon as the sun's in the sky. You know, in my youth, I would have sunbathed a bit to try and get a colour, but all it achieved was making me have bright freckles. Um, and I learned over the years how to kind of avoid that and get a little bit of a tan, but a healthy colour. But obviously there have been times when I got burnt, and especially when I was younger and not prepared for being out in the sun all day, and suddenly you are, that sort of thing. Like, we went to one of my son's football tournaments once, and we just went in our shirt sleeves and shorts. We didn't take anything with us, only to find that we were there all day in hot sunshine. We didn't have any food, we didn't have any factor, we didn't take any chairs. It was just us. So, you know, luckily, and we didn't have a lot of money either. So luckily there was a Tesco's up the road. So we only got a few bits and pieces, and come back and we had a little picnic sitting on something out of the car, you know. But it was like coats. But yeah, after that, every time we went to a football tournament, we were prepared, you know. Didn't know, we'd never been to one, and got absolutely burnt to a crisp that day. So I'm on the blue. I love this yarn, it's so pretty. You get fried, yeah, you do, don't you? That's the thing. Because, you know, it wasn't, in those days though, we were quite unlucky because we're kind of paying the price for everybody's ignorance. And I don't mean ignorance because they're ignorant. I mean because nobody knew. You know, it wasn't a thing. It's only since kind of the 80s and that we've all been, oh, you've got to beware of skin cancer. And then it was kind of really in places where you have hot climates like Australia, and we never really had the sun. If we did, it was a rarity. Hi from sunny Sweden. It's very sunny here too. Hannah, it's very sunny. Hi, Teresa. Hannah and Mum. Ah. Well, you know, if you go to kind of Amsterdam, everything is in the shops, isn't it? And you can just go to a cafe and have space cakes and stuff like that. It's just everywhere. It's kind of their culture, really. And to be honest, it's why a lot of people go over there for trips, to go and sample their culture. And I've never been. We were going to go to Amsterdam once, Gary and I. We're going to have a look. I've got the fibres are going up my nose. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to keep doing that. Every time I crochet in close proximity like that, it happens. So yeah, we were going to go and see Amsterdam because, you know, we used to go out and about, Gary and I, once upon a time, but we never did go. Couldn't figure it out. Like a decent trip, so and then we had all the lockdowns and everything else, and I don't even have a passport now. So if we were to go anywhere, I'd have to get that first, and they're not cheap anymore, are they? Well, they never were really cheap, were they? But, you know, they're a ridiculous price now. And I'd have to get one because mine has gone, you know. But I would have had to have renewed probably the picture in it anyway, because I just had to renew my driving licence, which is annoying because I haven't changed. And if anything, the picture in my driving licence now looks younger than the one I had before, which is kind of crazy. Kim, hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. They go to Amsterdam quite often. Well, we know somebody who makes those cakes, um, brownies and all sorts. But yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? And I know when Gary was young, he and his brothers and friends used to go over, because we used to have a ferry on this island that went over to Holland. So there used to be lots of trips, and they used to do booze cruises and disco cruises. I never went on any of them. I did my work experience for school there though. Worked in their ticket office and booking office and stuff like that. Um, but I believe it's part of the Fred Olsen cruises. It used to be called the Ola line, and we had that there for quite some time. I need a tissue. Have I got one? I need a tissue to get the fibres. Can we use this? Because I think all I'm doing is rubbing them in. I need something to get rid of them. Now I'm going to have a red nose. So yeah, we had the Ola line there, and you know, they used to do kind of. I used to say they were like floating orgies, but I mean, I don't know. I never went, but they would have these kind of discos, and people would be completely and utterly drunk on them. And I only heard about them. I never did one. I think if I'd had friends who wanted to go on it, I might have, you know, probably gone for the music and the dancing and stuff. But I think I might have probably been. I don't know. I couldn't have been too young because Gary and his brothers went, but they're all kind of. He had older brothers as well that would go with them, so I never had that. Hi, Karen. Laws are different in every country. They are. Problems can arise if you end up going through some place where whatever is illegal. Yeah, I always say you can't really take it across borders. So if you kind of went to Amsterdam, whatever's available there you can do, but you couldn't exactly bring it back. So yeah, that would be like, you know, can't take something with you to have fun while you're there. No. But I think when it comes to things like CBD, surely that's different. I don't know, because it's the medicinal end, isn't it? Over the counter, and our laws are so much more strict than everybody else's. It's like there's quite a few um, medications that you can buy in America that you just can't get here because they haven't released it, and they won't. So a lot of the things that you take willy-nilly over across the pond, we're not allowed. It's our powers that be deem we can't be trusted with it, or you know, that it would be damaging, so they don't let us have it. Because they're really strict over here about releasing any kind of drug, really. I suppose in a way it's a good thing because, you know, things are harmful. Sometimes they do slip through the net, but majority of the times they, you know, they don't now. Well, they used to in the old days. That's how thalidomide happened, isn't it? But, you know, now it's a little harder. There, I'm on the green. Look, I've only got that far. Oh, no, I haven't. Look, I've got half no other side. There I was getting all carried away, thinking I'd finished. Well, haven't. Heavens, that showed me, didn't it? Wow, I can't believe that. I really thought I'd come to the end. I did see the end when I was holding it up. I must have picked up the wrong end because it really did look like I just had one side left. I'm kind of glad I haven't. Otherwise, you know, I could just sit and chat on my live stream. I know, but it would not be making a whip live stream, would it? It would be I've done it, but I'm still going to chat. You don't. Yeah, they make sure everything is thoroughly tested here. They won't let anything through. And even when things are released, you don't always get them on the NHS for a while. It's like that new weight loss diabetic drug. You know, although it was kind of agreed that it could be released here, it was only people who were private that were getting hold of it. They weren't allowed to prescribe it on the NHS. And so what happened then was all of the people who are diabetic were complaining that they can't get hold of a drug that was made for them because all the people who want to lose weight are getting it on private healthcare. But now they've decided that it's okay for GPs to prescribe it and administer it. It's going to be more widely available. I have to have a blood test on Monday. I'm not looking forward to it. I hate needles. I know nobody looks forward to it. That's a kind of silly thing to say. It's not like anyone goes, oh good, I'm going to get stabbed. You know, but I'm really not looking forward to it. But the more time that goes by between having had a needle and going to get a needle, you know, the more kind of I sort of build it up that it's a bad experience. And then after it's over, I think, what was all that fuss about? You know, it wasn't that bad, was it? And it didn't really hurt. And you're such a wimp woman. And then, you know, if I had one straight away, I'd be fine. But because I don't have to wait years till I get another one. I go back to building it up out of proportion again. But I have to be tested for diabetes and probably other things, you know. Probably getting a whole range of blood tests. Just see if I'm probably just chatting, amongst yourselves. It's taking something for colon cancer and it's helping. Wow, how much a month? Good God. Whoa. I suppose, you know, we don't realise just how lucky we are when it comes to the NHS. We can complain about the fact that, I mean, so not, well, it's a long while ago now, but when I was young, I obviously didn't pay for prescriptions. You don't pay for them until you've left school. But you could get 3 items on a prescription, up to 3, for 20p, you know, and that, so 3 items would cost you 20p. And that was a charge that was brought in, and it was, people were up in arms about the fact that you had to pay anything because it was the NHS. But in reality, you could be getting drugs that cost hundreds of pounds, but, you know, people were complaining that they had to pay 20p, and then all of a sudden, we had a change of government, and it was 20p an item, and then it just went up and up and up, and it's more like £10 an item now. I don't know what the actual cost is, might even be more, because I get it free again now because I'm a certain age. But before that, I had one of those things you buy and pay monthly, and it cost £10 a month, £10.50, and I should just pay £10.50 a month, and then anything that I had on prescription, you didn't pay any more than that. And you know, it was worth it to me because of my inhalers and all the stuff I had. I would have paid more than that per month, so it was worth it to have it. And then if you ever need antibiotics or any other creams or whatever, you know, you kind of don't have to pay anymore. Yeah, I don't know how much it is now. Maybe someone does. A lot, I would say, but I can remember how much of fuss people kicked up at the idea of paying 20p for 3 items when it used to be free, and the dentist used to be free, and the opticians used to be free. Not anymore. You know, slowly but surely it's being dismantled, the NHS, but I don't think anyone can really touch the actual NHS, although I think they will try, because everybody keeps saying how broken it is and all that. Got a funny greeny colour now. Am I missing anything? Yeah, they are cheaper than on prescription, but when you buy the prescription thing per month, and you have to have something all the time, sometimes they get a bit funny. It's like, for some reason, my sister can get paracetamol. But if I said to my doctor, I really need paracetamol, they'd just want me to go buy it in the shops, you know. But some people can get it now because it depends on what the reason you need it is, I think. But yeah, there's an awful lot of things you can buy over the counter cheaper than on prescription. But you know, if you're one of those people that don't pay for prescriptions, and you then have to pay for it in the shop, maybe you haven't got the money. They can't, if they say that, oh no, we can't prescribe that, you have to buy it, then that's putting those people even more out of pocket. And they would get free prescriptions because they're on benefits or something. So yeah, it's a bit, I suppose, you know, the drug companies just make too much money, don't they? That's probably the reason for it all. It's all money. Big pharma and all that. Well, I guess it makes a change from talking about food. Normally on these chats and on live streams, we all end up talking about food and drink. We're all talking about drugs. What does that say about us? Huh? What does that say? So we've reached a time in our life when we want to be okay, man. Listen to some Bob Marley out in the sun. Oh, I just realised I've got to empty my washing machine soon. And I've put my bedding in there, so that means I've got to change the bed. Big jobs. But weirdly, that's another big job I tackled today. In this heat, it's suddenly the sun comes out and I whip the bedding off and I do all the hoovering and I make a cake. And all week I've been saying, can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. How bizarre. Now we're orange. I like the orange bit. I love this. I love the colours in this. It reminds me of, well, I would still call them opal fruits, but I guess they're starbursts these days, aren't they? But yeah, they remind me of fruity sweets, like candy. You know, remind me of opal fruits. Be starting low carb soon. Oh, I've got lots of goodies to eat first, though. When I say goodies, I mean I have an ice cream. It's dairy free, but I've got this ice cream in the freezer. Ben & Jerry's making some really nice vegan ice creams lately. And I had one that was very peanut butter like. I can't remember if it was fish food. Can't remember. But it was really nice. And they do a cookies and cream, which is okay. Not as nice as the other one though, but they're both okay. And so I had a couple of those to give them a try. I've got my banana and walnut cake that I just made. I know that sounds like a weird combination, but it is really, really good. And if you want to know how it's made, I did have a tutorial on this channel for my banana cake. It's an old one, but it is there. And all I do is chop nuts up and put that in. And I've put in pistachios and, no, pecans, walnuts. Beautiful, it really is. And I always save a few just to do the top decoration. But they go so well in it, like banana and nuts. Just good. Anyway, so yeah, got that to get through, and Gary bought me some sweeties and biscuits and a lemon Swiss roll cake. Uh-oh, I shouldn't touch it, should I? I should do this, get rid of those fibres with a tissue rather than touch my nose and put more on there. Makes sense. You love pecans. I do. We went to Martin and Cara's, must be about a week ago, about a week or more. When we had Thanksgiving there, she made a pumpkin pie and a pecan pie, and they were both amazing. So Gary said, I didn't really get much of your pecan pie, so would you make us one? And she said, but it's not Thanksgiving. Oh, okay, I'll do one. So she made a pecan pie for me. when we went there. But yeah, that we both love pecans. They're so nice. But when you do nuts in that banana cake that I make, they really soften. And they just like add a little bit of crunch. Really, really good. Even walnuts, just so good. Really is. So, but there is a recipe for it, and it's not hard. It's an odd recipe because it's made initially in a saucepan. It's very good. Um, oh, what's that? Post a photo on the community page. You want to show your friend. He needs a hint when he goes to Poundland. They don't always have it, unfortunately. Oops, date and walnut. Or banana and cinnamon. Don't put cinnamon in it. I put a little bit of vanilla in. You've never seen an ad during a live? No, I think they can do. They do. They always used to. When I did live streams, when I very first had my channel and I got to my 1,000 and I started doing live streams, there used to be ads all the way through them, and they still can do that. Mostly, I just let YouTube place ads. It's so much work figuring out, on my tutorials and my videos. It's so much work figuring it out and all that. I normally just let them place ads. And sometimes I check it and they only place one. And other times they place, on a small video, they'll put about 8 or 9. And I think, oh, what? And I go and take some out. Because it's just too often, like every 3 minutes. And then other times you'll get like a tutorial that's really quite long and you look and they've put one in there. You think, what? It should have been kind of the other way around. Put the more but further apart in the long video. But it's just this automatic weird bot that does it. And, but I kind of try and let them place it because they put it, hopefully, in places where there is a natural break and it's a lot less work. But yeah, they do put them in the middle of lives. And they always did when I first started. But they did start changing things. And it's because they've got all these new bots and algorithms and bots and stuff. It does mess things up a little. Hey Lisa, woo woo, hi, welcome. Don't forget the thummy. And you're motivated. Joyce Swenson, hi, you made my life. So glad. How are you? I'm fine. Well, I've been having this. I've got this. Hang on. Just go back because I might have missed a few things. Let's see. Hang on. I missed quite a lot. I'm just yammering, aren't I? That's why. That is a lot of money. That's ridiculous. It is. It is a racket. That's for sure. You made a complaint. I think it's a thing. You can have adverts in your lives. When we got to the love pecans, I've seen that. I'm nearly catching up. So I've had this actinic keratosis on my nose, which is a precancerous thing. And I've been treating it. And I've been doing that on rock steady from day one on. Bizarre thing. And getting bizarrer by the day, to be honest with you. But I won't go into that. Notice the ads are rather erratic. Short or long. Yeah, no, I find that. It is mad, isn't it? I mean, it's like I was wanting to watch something about this actinic keratosis. So I get into the channel that was on, and suddenly an ad popped up, which was actually quite informative, but it was something like 30 minutes long. And I think, hang on a minute, the video I want to watch is probably about 5 or 10 minutes, you know, and yet this ad is like a mini program. And there has been times when I've watched these things because one popped up once, and it was like an episode of I can't remember his name. He made something juice. Oh, what was it? Comedian. I don't remember his name. Lemon. Something Lemon. And yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. And it was one of his ads that popped up for his channel. It was really funny, so I watched it. And yeah, but you haven't always got that length of time to kind of play with, have you? And you know, it does help us when people watch the ads, but for goodness sake, some of them are ridiculous, and then you get one that's a few seconds long. But yeah, I don't know. It's just YouTube, isn't it? Have I missed more? You've only seen ads on... You've only seen ads only on this live. Oh, that's the same thing. Okay. Yeah, they are making long ads, but they're also, some of them are really funny. There was one, and I always let it play no matter what video I was going into, and it was actually for a company I do use, but not for what they were selling, and it was the Zoho, and it was a song, and he was kind of like in the Wild West, and it was just so, I liked it. I liked the song. So every time it was on, I just let it play because, oh, it's this ad. But you know, when you watch TV, when I was a child, there were ads that were funny and you looked forward to them. And like the Cadbury Smash adverts, or there were some that were like mini little stories, like Leonard Rossiter and Joan Collins for Cinsano. And you look forward to those. And then there were coffee adverts that had the same couple, and it told their story throughout their life, you know. So there were some adverts you really liked and they're funny, and but the little people from outer space for the Cadbury Smash adverts, they were really good. And but now you just don't seem to get that kind of ad. That's, nobody makes ads that are really funny or interesting or in any way pleasing whatsoever anymore. But that Zoho one, it was about Zoho. If I need, say for argument's sake, I wanted it for my website. If I got so busy that I needed to take on staff and I needed business systems put in, I mean, I wish, for goodness sake. But if that was the case, then I could approach that company, and they would put in my systems. I am done. Now my green has met with my pink, and I am done, guys. It's finished. I'm going to sew the ends in as I've finished. Now, I came in armed with all these drinks. I've not even had any of it. I've finished. I'm so excited. That's two whips gone. Only about 20 million to go, but yay. It is gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. I'm so glad that it's finished. Well, apart from the ends. Yeah, I should have made a longer tail, silly me, but I didn't really need to worry about the yarn I've got left. So now I've got this other one that I'm going to work on and making it with this yarn. It's the King Cole Tropical Beaches in Parrot Beach. And I've been making this rectangular blanket and I kind of come to a stop. So it's I've got quite a way in. Nowhere near finished though. So that's what I'm going to be doing on my next ones. And once I was going to do my poncho, but it's fluffy. And I'm quite comfortable sitting here with the fan on today because the house is pretty chilled. The sun is at the back, so it hasn't come around this side. So it's nice and cool in here. I've got the fan on and I can cope with doing this blanket because it's quite lightweight. But the poncho is fluffy and it's made with the latte cakes, and so that's not going to happen, not in this heat. Although, do you know, I noticed I was watching Crystal from Bag of Days live stream and she was showing the Colorama. Now, I know I got some Colorama because I got some in that gorgeous Happy Mail. And so I do have Colorama, but it's now in a cake form rather than those big Ogos. And it looks just like the latte cakes. And so I don't know, is it the same thickness? Is it latte cake by another name, just marketed in a different way because people, you know, wanted a new yarn? I don't know, am I cynical? Possibly. Right, so that's that end done. Need to work in and look and see if I've got any more that need doing. Have a quick look at the chat first. The checkbox. Clips of Janice Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. Do you remember that? Oh, don't drop the scissors. I'll be forever looking for those. Well, you know, the way I look at it is, of all of the platforms that there are, to me, it's the easiest one to work. Oh, heavens, is that just... Yeah, that's... thought that was a big end I've got to sew in, but it wasn't. It was just the end of the yarn. Of all of the ones that, you know, I use, it's the easiest for me to understand, the one that I can get to grips with. And it's not perfect, but I like it. I do like YouTube. I mean, there are lots of things that are kind of unfair, like making people get 4,000 watch hours and showing ads before they get there. So if they want to show ads, reduce it to 1,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 watch hours. If they want to see commitment from people, they don't need 4,000 watch hours of commitment. So that, in my mind, is wrong. I'm just looking for ends. Shout if you see them. I think I haven't got any. I don't think I've got any ends. I worked them in as I went. Wow. No ends at all. It's done. There we go. My blanket is done. Fabulous. So, another one bites the dust. And all that. Oh, that's a copyright strike. That's the sort of thing I find stupid. It's like one day I did a live stream and out in the distance in somebody's car was a song playing. And I got done with a copyright strike for that. So I could have appealed it and all that stuff, but I could not be bothered. And so I deleted the video. I thought, oh, you know, whatever. It was a live stream. And then when I left the room setting up one day, the the phone I was going to look at, or the computer that I was going to look at, played an ad. And in that ad was a song. And I got a copyright strike for that. So that live stream, any revenue went to that person, not me. And again, I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered to fight it. I did actually put in and say, this was your ad. So why would I get the strike for playing your ad? So it's ridiculous, some of their rules. And The worst one of all of them is Facebook. Absolutely hate, loathe, despise all of the rules and ways of Facebook. All of the stupid memes and ads and companies that churn them out. I'm fed up with looking at it and seeing list a film with every letter of your name. No. And, you know, what was the last thing you ate? Mind your own business. You know, stuff like that. I just want to, oh, it's ridiculous. It started off as chatting with your friends and making new friends, playing the odd little game. But now it's pathetic. And also, this will kill you. I can't show ads. If I wanted to sort of make an ad campaign for hobbyrocks.co.uk and say, you know, you can buy yarn here, you can buy puzzles here. If I wanted a little ad and I wanted to put it out, I can't. I'm banned. They deem that I did something. I can't remember the wording now. What was the word? Let me see if I can find it. Nearly. There it is. I go on me. Can I go on me? Oh, get off. No, I probably can't. Let's see. Don't find me. Sing amongst yourselves. I'm slow. My kids take the mickey out the way I text. Right, where's my thing? All the wordles. Here we go. This is what I put. Apparently Facebook thinks I'm some kind of crook. Yeah, me. I'm not allowed to run ads, and I asked for a review. No explanation other than this. This review found inauthentic behaviour or violations in our advertising policies or community guidelines. Well, how? What? There's no explanation, no way of chatting, nothing. And I'm thinking, what could I have possibly done? I don't do anything. I might comment on the odd bit of Formula One. I'll stick up a Wordle. You know, I put I share a picture now and then and a memory. Yeah, I don't know. But, you know, it made I chuckle. Anyway, screw him. I don't need him. You've been getting copyright claims every video for over a month, driving you nuts. Dispute every one. What are the reasons? Do they give it? It's soft but not silky like a latte cake. You felt it, but only worked with the latte cakes. Funny enough, I have a latte cake there and I have one of those Ogos up there, so I can have a little grope with it in a sec. Thank you, Joyce. Is it a gift? No, it's for me. When I first made it, it was going to go on the back of the sofa and make the sofa look attractive because it's grey, and I thought it looked pretty, so I was going to make a gigantic one. And then Gary wanted that big one that I was making for him, and I thought I don't really need two that size, so this one I'll stop and just make it lap size, and I can use it out on the decking when I sit out there with him on my egg chair and stuff like that, and it gets cool in the evening. I can put it over my lap. So that's what I kind of thought I'd do with it. What, the tutorial for this? I've already done it. It was one of the first ones I did, really, I suppose. It's called the Willow Blanket Crochet Along. Now the actual square is in two parts. I did the centre part and then I did the outer part as the second part too. And I know now that you can put timestamps, but I was new then. And so I didn't know that. And also I figured that the centre part you might need to brush up on, but the outer part is more likely the one which you would. So mine is completely different from other people's willow squares. There is way less chaining. It looks really wrong when you're making it, but it works out and it's not so holy. So there is already one there. Maybe one of my mods can put it up for me. I would appreciate it. Put part 1 up or something. But if you go to the end, like when you watch my videos, if you watch my Rocks chats and stuff like that, you know, when the videos come up at the end, I've just lately been putting it up there because of these live streams. People have been into it, so I've been putting it as one of my end videos. Instagram would be good for Hobby Rocks Yarn Shop. Really like Instagram instead of Facebook. Trouble is, run by the same people, so I'm banned. You know, it's the trouble. They're both the same. Why don't I give it away as a prize? I love my blanket. It's my blanket. My precious. Good idea though. Don't get on Facebook much now. I've been really out of favour. I mean, I go on it still. I do watch, see what my kids are doing, all that stuff. Connect with people. I've got a group called Crochet Worldwide. If any of you want to join it, there's no rules. You know, like something you go to one of these like crochet groups and they say, don't do this, don't advertise yourself, don't promote yourself. I just say, come along, promote what you like. If you've got a channel or a shop, you can put it on there. You know, just share it with us all. I don't mind. I'm not one of these people that say, no, the rules say you can't promote. No, if you want to join Crochet Worldwide, come along. Got lots of, got 150, 200 something out there already. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome. Everybody, just be nice to each other. That's all. That's the rule. That's the only one there is. You know you're missing out, but you're not going to use Instagram. I put a picture on there now and then, and I actually did start uploading the other day to TikTok. You know, my shorts. They're my shorts. I invented them, so I started uploading them to TikTok with a little thing on the top that says hobbyrocks.co.uk, so they would promote my website. I've only done a couple, so yeah. Why would you not use Instagram? What's wrong with that? You're banned from Twitter. What did you do? I'm not banned from I might be now, because you know, you get, since it's been Elon Musk, he kind of chucks people off, doesn't he, if you happen to use it. Why is Gary laying concrete in this weather? It will set badly. I thought it was set good. It was set quickly. Well, he's pointing. So he's laid the patio, but there's all those gaps. So what he's doing is he's filling in the gaps. And so it's not really going to like lay as such. It's just kind of filling in, pointing. Lawley, hello. Your ad was about farts. 49 minutes. I've never seen an advert about farts. I think I'd quite like to see that one. Your free music for your intro. Funny you should say that. I used, I did that once. You know those ones, I used to do them, a big thank you, and I would do like a slideshow and I'd have music to it. I chose a free one and I got copyrighted. So again, I just deleted it. I thought, I can't get in with all this. You know, it's mine, you can't use it, it's on your free list. So what I do, if I ever do those, I use Michael's music. He wrote it. They can't stop me using it. If anyone could stop me, it would be him, and he wouldn't, because I'd slap him. But yeah, so I just put my son's music on there because they can't copyright me on that. But yeah, I get you. I did that. You don't use Instagram, Twitter or Facebook. You made my willow blanket and loved it. It was fun making the squares. I've never seen anything that could be claimed as copyright on yours. But then, you know, some reason when I got into a conversation, because I went and I did the online chat thing and said, this is your music. And they said, well, sometimes they withdraw the permission. You think it doesn't really help me, does it? So I don't use their music. you know, that's why I just use Michael's. Won't use their music for anything. They're free. No, not going to use it. It's just not worth it. Not worth it. I'd sooner hum a tune and use my own. But, pardon me. Oh, thank you, Lisa. You got a target on your back, dude. Cost too much to post if the winner was abroad. Yeah, well, I kind of made this so long ago. It was supposed to be for me. But I just love that yarn. And it's not like I can't get that yarn. I've got loads of it. Behind one of these cubbies, behind one of these, is a whole pack of it. You know, like a whole cellophane pack just pushed at the back there. And I've got loads of it out in the yarn van. I did put some in my shop because I usually have a bundle. I sell it as those ones as yarn bundles. And I did have a bundle. I had 2, I think, and I sold them. So I thought, oh, if I got some more of this yarn, and I did have a look for it, and I did have quite a bit, so I put up another one. Might put up 2, I can't remember, but I did put up some more. It was set Too Fast and Crack. Ooh. You need to learn to use TikTok, you feel old. Well, it's actually quite easy. You just upload it. I can't say I'm an authority on the subject, and I don't know if I've done it all at all right, but I just whack them on there with my website address on. Thought had all messages set, but it seems to have reset the top. I didn't think about that. The live chat thing. What is live chat has moved? What's that mean? Oh, I've got it on top chat. I can't change it. No. Live chat has moved? How strange is that? Hasn't moved at all. Anyway, this is the next one. I have, oh, hello. I thought this was a spider this morning. Only because it made a shadow on the wall, and obviously not it. So let's get, oh, it's a long way down. Oh, I can now put that one in there. And this is all that's left of that ball. But sometimes when I do a tutorial and I need some yarn to show the project, I'll use this yarn because it really works up so nice. Whatever you make with it looks stunning. It just makes whatever you make look good. So this is the blanket that I was making with that yarn, the Parrot Beach yarn. It is ridiculously soft. I can't begin to tell you how soft this yarn is. And it's not just soft like that, it's silky. It is beautiful. You could use this for babies. It's that soft. Really, really lovely stuff. I do like it a lot. Yes, I do have it in my shop, but I have a stash of my own. Now, I started doing this as a couple of repeats. It's been so long since I've done it. Yeah, okay. So it's a 3-row repeat. Now that I'm on and I finished the 3rd one, I've just got to figure out what that is. What that row there is. I think, yeah, I know what that is. Okay, so it's a 3-row repeat, and that's what it looks like. Kind of cute. That's going to be the next one, and I'll get that finished. It's so cool getting your whips finished on your live streams. Okay, then what am I missing? You've had that intro for 3 years. Maybe they're just at that point when you started getting it. Maybe that was at that point when they withdrew the permission. And of course, everybody that's used it won't know, will you? That's why I won't use their free music. I don't see the point. I don't have intros. I was going to do an intro. I made a short of my intro that I was going to have because it was this. It was or without the thumb. because I've got very dexterous fingers, always have had, where they can do more or less anything. You know, they kind of, they don't. I know when Gary tries, he's all like this, but I can just make mine do it. So that was going to be my intro, but I don't do intros. I don't edit, you know. I'm a one take kind of girl. I don't edit. There's only one, maybe there's two, but there's only one that I can remember that I edited, and that was because I did a couple of shopping trips and they were very short, so I put them together and made a longer shopping trip. So the first half was a different Poundland, the second half was a different Aldi, and then there might have been a Wilco. So I put them all together and did this high street shopping video. But it's so long ago, and I did it on iMovie, and I just didn't remember how I did it, and it took me a while, and I just like kept chucking it in and thinking, is it done, is it done, is it done? Oh look, it worked. But I can't really tell you how or why it worked, and once it did, I thought I don't want to go there again. So yeah, I don't do any of that. You like this one? You're going to go and grab your washing off the line. I don't put my washing on the line anymore. I used to. We bought 2 washing cassettes and we put them from the caravan to the fence, and I used to have 2 lines. But they were always full of spiders just coming along in webs. And I don't like I know that everybody says, oh, the smell of line dried washing. I hate it. Absolutely hate that smell of line dried washing. And every time I put the washing on the line, not every time, but quite often, somebody would have a bonfire nearby and I'd have to rush out and get it in. So there was bonfires, and recently now the lorry's dust that they kick up on the road goes over the house and into the back garden. It actually reached Gary at the back of the garden once. And so if it's going to do that, there's no way I want washing out there. That would just be disgusting. So, you know. And I know that it does reach out there because I hosed down the front of the house earlier, and I now need to go out there and do the yarn van because I've got all that dust from the road on the windowsill. So when I get off here, what I'll do is I'll go and dismantle my hose, take it out the back, and I'll hose the caravan and everything else out there that's dusty, and I shall hose that down. So anyway, I'm going to get off and go do that, and next time it'll be a different blanket. I'm so glad I've managed to finish this one. I would give it away, but I love it too much, so I can't. I've been waiting a long time to finish it, but you know, I can't say how many squares I got out of a ball, but it was quite a few. I think I managed to get about 5 or 6 squares from a ball, so it didn't take too many of those little 50-gram balls. I can't remember now, it's been so long. Maybe I'll have to make something else with it and test it out. It might even be in the description box of the square, I don't know. That information might be there. It's a long time since I wrote that. So thank you for watching, keeping me company. I'm going to go and hose down my yarn van, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.